we're going to replace the screen on a Samsung Galaxy A51. This is the 5G model. So what we're going to do, after we've had it on the heat pad for 10 minutes, it's been on the heat pad on 85 degrees Celsius, we're going to get a suction cup and we're just going to make enough space. Okay, so we're in there now, and then just gently slide all the way around. You might want to be wearing a glove for this, at least on the hand that you're using to hold it, because it is a little too hot and you may be too sensitive to the heat. And just, you can peek in there and make sure you're not hitting anything that can be damaged. Just cut as needed. In this case, since the screen was blacked out, there was no way to turn off the phone. So you want to be conscious of that. You may know this or may not know this. So the first thing you do after taking the back off is you're going to remove what you need to remove, but then you're going to need to disconnect the battery. Now notice we already removed the SIM card tray. That's important. If you don't do this, if you skip this step, then it could be a little bit difficult later to get stuff out. So make sure you do that, and then run it on the heat pad for 10 minutes on 85 degrees. Once it reaches 85 degrees, that's when you put the phone the back side down, so the screen facing up, and just leave it there for 10 minutes. Our next step is to start removing the screws, and once we remove the screws, we'll have access to the battery connector. So by this point, you don't need to worry about the heat if you've let it cool down a little bit, which we did. That's why we paused the video, so you can remove your glove and just start removing the screws. Once you have all the screws loosened up, since this black piece is connected to both of these plastic covers here, you can either pry it here and then kind of stick it back, or you can try to remove this all at once. So we'll try that. You could use a pry tool, or you can use your nails. But you see what I'm doing here? I'm just putting it off to the side. You didn't have to remove that piece in the center. So there's a little tip for you there. Now we've located the battery. So since this is technically on, we don't know, it could be, we're going to unplug the battery first. Okay, so there, your battery's unplugged. So if you have the full frame assembly, what you're going to do is transfer the contents from here into the new frame. Now that can be tedious if you've never done it before, but it really is not that hard. You just need to start disconnecting all these connectors. So I personally like to just disconnect the connectors in one location. So in this case, I want to keep all the connectors here, so I'm just going to disconnect them at the top. So you can use a fingernail if you have a long fingernail. If not, use a prying tool. Take these two connectors, disconnect them. This is the connection that goes to the screen at the front, and over here you have the fingerprint scanner or sensor, and you're going to disconnect it off of the actual board here. Okay, so one thing of note is that there is a tiny screw there in the center. You can see it right there. It's black, so it can be easily missed, but you want to go ahead and take it out. It's holding down the charger port board at the center. Once you got that out, you should be able to pop the board out just like so. And this is why I like to keep the connectors on there, so that you only have to make one single connection. So I heated the phone again, the base, when I paused from the previous video, just so we can get the battery out. It's a little warm, so it makes the adhesive removing process a little bit easier. So all you need to do is get a little bit of 99% alcohol in there. Just get it on the edges and be patient, because then after you do this, you have to wait a few minutes, maybe about 2 minutes or so, just so it can get in there real good, and it'll make it so much easier to pop that battery out. So just move it around, let it sit there, and we'll be back in just about a minute, minute and a half, and we'll start prying the battery out. So once you let it sit there for about a minute, minute and a half, you're going to use this prying tool, or you can use another prying tool like this. Whatever you do, don't use anything metal around the battery. You always want to use plastic, and if it's a hard plastic, I like this because it's beveled, so you can either come in this way and just start prying like so. You can do that on the other side as well, but you're not using anything that's metal. So once you start pulling up on it, it should just pop out. And remember, the key is to put it on the heat pad for a little bit, and then of course run some alcohol, and you can see the alcohol still in there. So battery's out of the way, charger port's already out of the way. Now we're going to remove the motherboard, and then we'll be able to transfer everything that we've removed into the new frame. There's a front-facing selfie camera here at the top, so remove that. Again, I like to keep it face down, and then kind of look, see if you can find another screw that may be like this one here. It's black in color. So you just got to make a mental note where these are going to go, especially the black ones that are holding down the board. So on this one, it's right here in the center, and then over here, it's down here at the bottom. Okay? So just make sure you remove it and set it off to the side. Once that is done, it should just easily pop up, just like you see there, and it's out of the way. Now, depending on the type of frame that you're getting, it may come with these components. But if it doesn't, you want to go ahead and remove them. This is the speaker, the ear speaker, and then you have the vibrate motor. Again, if you find these a little difficult to pry out, then just give it a little bit of heat. You can blow some heat on it, or you can put it on the pad and remove it. Okay, so we are going to pry the ear speaker, and what I did, and shout out to Junior for the information. I just got a little bit of alcohol, just put it on there on the yellow part, and then what you're going to do is get a sharp tool like this one, and if you can get under, like right there, you just put it in there, and it's prying up. That's your ear speaker. So depending on the frame, if it comes with it, you don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, you have to take them out. There we go. It's out. Set it aside. And once everything is out of here, you can see the brake, then we can go ahead and transfer all that into the new frame. So let's go ahead and do that now. We just got this one, and one thing you want to do is you want to always put the one that you received next to the original, and kind of take a glance at it, make sure there's anything different. In this particular case, like we mentioned before, if you remember, we took out that ear speaker. Well, this one already brings it, just like we thought. And this is the one we just took out. So once you look through it and you can ensure that there's no major differences in the body, then you can go ahead with the repair. So we're going to set it down, remove this little plastic that's on it. Once we remove that plastic, then we can start putting everything in there. If you remember the vibrate motor, drop it in there. Once you got your vibrate motor in there, get your motherboard, and remember there was a screw, a little tiny black screw that goes on the bottom. So we'll just put it in there. Okay, that's just to hold it down. Then we can go ahead and start putting in the other components, such as the front facing selfie camera. Make sure it goes in there nicely. Next up will be your battery. So just remove this adhesive backing out. Make sure you want the white strips to stay in there. And to get your battery, you need to remove this backing. Now I have it halfway because some of these strips were actually staying on to the backing, so you might have to use a pry tool or something sharp just to make the strips stay down. So just wanted to point that out. Once you get that out, then you want to align the battery so that the connector will fall into the motherboard connector, and just you don't want to get it to connect, you just want it to align more or less, and it is a little flexible, so you can connect it later. And don't push the battery all the way down, just in case you may have to move it out. Now you have your battery in. The next thing is getting the charger port assembly in there. And remember, there is a screw that also goes in the middle, so we're going to do that next. And remember your black screw that goes on the center, and that's just going to hold down your charger port right there. Okay, so once you got your black screw in there, now you can start connecting the other connectors, and then of course your battery. And you can see why I just leave these flex cables connected to the charger port. There are less things to connect later, less of a chance of you messing something up. But once you have the battery connected, then you can press down on the battery a little bit. Next up is your fingerprint sensor. I want to drop that in there like so. Make sure it goes on the connector. Then of course you want to connect your display, just like so. And just verify all your connections are nice and solid. Next step, we're going to get the plastic piece on the outside, and you just want to make sure it aligns, and you're going to hear the clicking when you get it in there. Again, we did not take this black strip out, and the less things you disconnect and move around, the better. Then we got a total of 17 screws, which are right there, so we're going to get those screws in, and then we'll be ready, almost done. Once you got all your screws in there, just flip it over, turn it on. Just want to make sure everything works. There you go. You also want to test the touch. So just because it's lighting up doesn't mean it's working. You want to wait for it to boot up and then try your touch, and then if everything's good, you can put in your SIM card tray and put the back cover back on there. So you want to try, make sure the numbers are being pressed, just like you can see there. That's a good sign. That means your touch is working. So next step, let's put the SIM card in there. let's get the back cover on. Before we get our cover in there, I just wanted to point something out. If your cover in the back that you removed is not in like really bad shape as far as the adhesive, if it's not really torn, there was a part where there was adhesive missing, and it's right there. So what I did is I added some Tessa tape to it, but the rest looks really good. So that being said, what you want to do is get some 99% alcohol and clean the lens just in case, because once this goes down on the inside, there's no way of cleaning it. So do that, and then of course we take the 3M Tape Primer 94, and what you do is you get this on the side right where the back cover is going to go into. You're just going to prime the sides. Right along the edges. That's just going to help the adhesive stick a little bit better. Okay? Once that's done, cover it up because I don't like the smell of it. But I'll post a link in the description where you can get it. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our back cover in there, like so. And just for good measure, what I like to do is just put some clamps on it, and that'll help it hold a little better. So these clamps also help out. Just because the adhesive, we're using the existing adhesive instead of new adhesive, but if you want to use new adhesive, you can still use your clamps. It's just going to help it set a little bit better. You could also blow a little bit of heat onto it, and that'll help it as well. There it is. Samsung Galaxy A51 screen replacement. This is the 5G version. Thank you for watching. Everything we used in this video, we'll post it in the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please post it in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day.